All right, Francis here from E-MTB Review, and I'm going to do a 3-month update on this fascinating bike, the Globe Haul ST. It kind of blew me away when I first got it, 2,800 bucks, I think, before you accessorize it. And I did a really cool video here, and the team liked it because I was able to express how much fun it is. You know, a bike is a bike, but this one in particular is defined by what you can do with it. And what you can do with it is have fun with it. Replace your car, go on adventures, and fundamentally, there's a lot of things you can do with it, but what really shocked me is how well it rode. And I had Travis, my ace stunt driver, ride it, and you could see he did some fun things with it. This thing really rides well. It's a bike first before all those other things. And I think that's very important when you think of e-commuter bikes. A lot of bikes from China, you know, they're kind of gussied up with a motor and whatnot, but the core itself, if you turn the motor off, just doesn't ride well. It doesn't corner well. It doesn't pedal well. This one does it really well. And let me give you an update. I was actually in Taiwan for a company tour. TRP brake company makes these brakes, but you know, I asked Specialized, hey, can I visit your factory there or your facility in Taiwan? And they said, oh yeah, yeah. And it really shocked me. It turns out the whole Globe team is there. I thought it was just a couple of people, but it's a whole team. Maybe I have that photo of the engineers sitting in a table with me. And these are some of the smartest guys in the world of bike. And they're there in Taiwan, a state of the art facility, more impressive than even Morgan Hill here. And this was their project. And they were so proud to show it to me. So that tells you the backing behind this project. And that's important, I think, because it's not a one off. You know, they're trying to cash in on the e commuter game. They really believe that this genre of e commuter bikes, car replacement, is going to be a big part of their business and of the mobility of the world. And that's why there's so much effort behind this. So, what do I like about it? Two of my friends, out of my recommendation, two of my friends that I know got one, and Adam and Karen. I'll show a picture of both bikes. One is carrying his dog, and one is has a child. And they looked at all the e-commuter, the cargo bikes, and this is what they came up with that they like. Adam in particular said, "Oh man, it's a favorite bike of I've ever owned in 20 years." And he's hardcore road, hardcore mountain. He understood the engineering behind it, so he loves it. He has a trailer behind it. Karen, I don't know how it's getting along. I checked in, and she said she loves it. So what's great about it is it's a frame. It's a body on chassis. The chassis is amazing. It is so sturdy. You know, they say 80 pounds can ride here, but I'm gonna ride it. Have my wife drive it, hopefully. And there's so much you could put on it, but at the basic element, the chassis is so sturdy. 400 pounds, I think, is the capacity. And it's built to like amazing tolerances. You know, for under a $3,000 bike, it's good. And they're smart. You know, they piecemeal it. They don't give you the whole kit and caboodle. They let you customize, kind of a la carte menu. So you decide if you want this seat, if you want those pegs, those bins. But you know, good motor, good battery. The motor is so strong. Um, I think when you shrink the wheels, the motor gets stronger. Why? Because you don't, you know, the torque at the outside is not as far. Same thing with the brakes. The brakes, they went overkill with the brakes, but I mean they're so strong. You know, 200 mil rotors on Tektro on these small wheels, like oh my god. So very safe, nice belt. I'll show you the lights too. The lights are cool because they have so many modes, and they don't let you turn it off. You know, because inwardly you're gonna turn it off and just leave it off. This one, there has so many flashing modes. Why would you turn it off? you really look at that little flash mode in the fog or something. Um, and the throttle, I'm heartbroken they don't ship this bike with a throttle. They charge you 40, 50 bucks for it because I think everyone needs one, whether you use it or not. But if you have it, you're going to use it. It is so good for getting off the line. Um, Especially when you have a kid or a lot of cargo. So the other thing is it's a torque sensor bike, and this was the first torque sensor bike. Oh, maybe second after Aventon that I've noticed on a hub motor, and it made me realize that the hub motor is a beautiful thing. The only problem is a lot of them are cadence sensors, so it would take 2 or 3 revolutions for it to kick in, and it would kick in at full blast because it didn't know how much work you were doing and how much of the motor you wanted. But this one, it knows exactly what's going on, just like your Levo, your Trek, what's that, rail? It knows how much you want, so it's going to give you just enough. Um, what the one I like about it, the this one is a little sticky sometimes, but it does work. Two telescoping posts. Hello, hello. And then the on level 5 of this mode, it's very jerky. So the torque sensor interaction between the powerful motor is not quite there. And then I don't know what else. Another standout that I'll leave you with, it's just a simple one, is that the tires, they said, the Carless Whisper tires, they said is it doesn't flap. It's so protected against flat. And I have had a couple e-bikes, flat tire e-bikes, have a flat tire because it's goat head season here in the Bay Area, part of the Super Bloom. And man, when you have to change a flat tire on one of these bikes, especially the rear where the motor is, it's it's game on. You'd pay 50 bucks just to do it. So the fact that they thought about this little detail is really cool in my opinion. But there you go. I just can't wait for the Globe team in Specialized to come up with more bikes, maybe more versions of this. But pay attention if you, or at least take a look at this if you're considering this whole line of e-commuter bikes and e-cargo bikes. Thanks a ton.